With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Already, Brent, we've seen a changing of the guard of some teams where a new player is now the #1 option.
Well, I expected that this year we were going to have some of this take place. A lot of the reason why I would point to it is that you had 9 new coaches in the NBA this year. So there's going to be opportunity on some of those teams for somebody to take advantage of a new offense, a new way to play, a new way to get up and down the floor. And with that opportunity, some guys are taking full advantage of it.
I love the new opportunities, though, for some players that may have been pushed to the side a bit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I like the opportunity maybe for some of these teams to start changing some of the older guard with their squad. Maybe come trade deadline. I think this year there's going to be a lot of movement come February because of those coaching changes.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Be out there with the Prophet. Then there's the Professor. And there's Money. And it's Clayton in at the 5, home in the paint. James outside. Pass to Money. Here's baddest one. Here's Meredith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Outside Hill. Six on the shot clock. Kept alive. Chapman. No good with the layup.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
James trying to free himself up. Brand, good. Brand's got his first bucket in this one.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true. And here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
There's the pass to Mercer. Moody, James covering, looking to end the run, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
At the line, 2 shots.
He's off on the first. He doesn't get the second one. To the inside. Ball's knocked loose. To the paint. Here's Meredith. Here's Brand. The second effort. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. And our Hall of Famer David Aldridge had a chance to speak with Scott Brooks. David?
He told me he's very pleased with how his team's play has progressed throughout the season. He said guys are finding their roles, and we're doing all the little things that tend to separate out the better teams. I just hope we can keep it going. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Here's Money. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. James outside. To the middle. No good with the layup.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
And he makes that one. Hill's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Pass to Clayton. Here's Reeves. He's guarded by Hill. Here's Brand. Kicks it out to James. Wide open look. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Down low. Here's Hill. And too long on the shot.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
James looking around. Passes it to Clayton. Chapman with the rebound. Gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Hill passes to Moody. Great D that time from James. Here's Reeves. He's guarded by Hill. No good from Brand.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Hill, no good. Getting in the early going here, pretty dreadful, 22%. James, the pass to Brand. And then Brand with the dunk.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Now, here is Hill. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Here's Money. Pass to James. 5 on the clock. From 16 feet away, he cans it. James has got his first basket of the night.
I'm not sure why anyone would leave him alone at that range. Head scratcher.
The big changes in defensive rules happened right in the middle of your playing days. How did people initially react to those?
Well, a lot of guys had 3 quick fouls, Kevin, because they're out hand checking and pushing guys around. And they say, what do you mean I can't do this anymore? I get paid to push guys around. But after a little while, obviously, guys stepping off and understanding positions on the floor where you could get away with more physical play than you can out in front with point guards, obviously, and having refs' eyes on them or down on the block.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Clock at 6. Outside Hill. Bolden. And he misses his first shot of the game. And 36% in this first quarter trying to get their bearings. Here's Finley. There's the pass to Geiger. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Geiger's got his first bucket of the game and he's on the board for 3. Esparza. He's guarded by Finley. And Hill has it in the corner. Esparza. He's guarded by Finley. Misses the wing J. Gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Baseline try. Landry grabs the miss. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Esparza, and the three ball is good. Here's Geiger. Pass to Finley. From the line, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Hill. Esparza is guarded by Finley. 5 on the clock. Here's Esparza. The shot from the low post is good. He's got 5.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Passes it to Geiger. Inside, Clayton. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. .158 left here in the first quarter. Bolden. No good with the triple.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Finley. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Bolden can't hit from 12. Gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Now Finley kicks to Brand. Here's Money, the 15-footer, and he can't bank that one in. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. Here's Esparza. His three-pointer is off the mark.
And I'm scratching my head on that one. This is not his shot, and he, of all people, should know that. Hopefully he will try to work his way closer to the basket next time the ball comes his way.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And there's the call on Easy Breezy. That's his first foul. Oakley, he's checked in for money. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first. Just 5 on the clock. The pass to Buchanan. A fadeaway. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's Geiger. Pass to Finley. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brand outside. Pass to Clayton. Here's Finley. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the visiting team. 13 points up at the end of the period. Defensively, they have gotten... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
Outside Landry. Esparza, defended by Oakley. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
They've got King. Baddest one out there with the Prophet. Then it's Oakley, and it's Cage in at the 3. Brand, right side. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him. Brand's gone 3 of 7, shooting from the floor. And we've played through the first minute here in the second, and it's in there.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And here is King. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Brand outside. Out left to the wing. Here's baddest one. He's covered by Landry. The putback. That shot off the mark. And around 24%. Not a good showing here. There's the three. It's hauled in by Oakley. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Cage. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. The Waiters got himself on the board with 3 there. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Bolden. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Puts it up from 17. He can't get that one to fall. Gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Esparza. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And he gets the bucket.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
And a timeout called by Dave Yeager. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Yeah, you try to put up these scoring runs, and it hurts when you all of a sudden just give away free points from the free throw line.
He's checked in for the Prophet. Gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Now the pass to Buchanan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Last season, Brent, the addition of 2-way contracts. Does that make developing players in the G League even more valuable than it was before?
I believe last year, Kevin, that almost 50% of the players in the league, and it might have been a smidge more, had some kind of G League experience.
It's terrific.
And that's phenomenal.
Yes,
we're almost
shot.
close to the 30 for 30 affiliation in the G League. You saw a success story last year in Quinn Cook coming up and getting a contract with the Warriors. This is awesome for the league. They've also upped the minimum contract for G League players to $35,000. All of these signs and the way that teams are using the G League, extremely positive, Kevin.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
Hey, who got him?
King outside. Pass to Cage. Back to King. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And that one misses. James checked in for the waiter. He hits the second from the line. Commissioner Adam Silver has balanced his comments between wanting parity, Brent, and recognizing there are always going to be super teams. Is there a middle ground there?
Is there middle ground?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You would like to have some of the teams just be more competitive than they are, but some of the creative, circuitous routes that teams have taken to put themselves into position to get better, younger talent has decimated.
What do you call that?
I don't have a term for it.
Okay.
I don't like the one that's used, so I don't have a term for it. Let's just call it setting yourself up for the future, Kevin.
Looking ahead.
Yes, exactly. So I just don't think you'll ever get it. You do hope that some of the starving franchises do have some success for the fans who have they've had to bear a lot. So you root for them.
Good work there as it goes. Baddest one's got his second basket of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Passes it to Buchanan. Here's Mercer. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Pass to Reeves. Fades. Second chance shot. Here's James. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Both teams deciding to change it up.
One shot, behind the lanes.
And the home team has possession. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Moody, defended by Oakland. 6 to shoot. Here's Moody. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
In the corner, it's James. Over Hill. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And a timeout called by Dave Yeager.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Tigers check in for Oakland. Gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. The pass to Mercer. Moody, James covering. Pass to Buchanan. Here's Moody. Here's Mercer. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Geiger passes to James. Over Hill. Hill pulls it in. Gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Passes to Moody. And stolen by James. And here comes the break. On up the court. Chapman with the rebound.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
There's the pass to Moody. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Buchanan. Deep 2 from Hill. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Pass to James. Pass to Money. 20 feet out. Gets the front of the rim and out.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
To the middle. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 6 points.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Here's Money. He has 7. James in the post. He's guarded by Hill. James misses.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
To the inside. Hill. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. Kicks it to Brand. Over Landry. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 8 points for Brand.
Yeah, he's had bad first quarters before and has dug himself out. Here's another one tonight.
Outside Landry. Down low. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
1:36 left to play here in the half. Finley the pass to Money. Here's baddest one. Brand outside. Here's Money. He has 7. Buries it from 3-point range. Money's got 10.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Well, 10,000 hours of practice at work here, blocking out all distractions and just shooting your shot.
Hill against Geiger. Hill passes to Buchanan. Ring shot on the way. That one wide left. Gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And there's the pass to Finley. Pass to Money. Three-pointer. His fourth miss of the game. He's made 3. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Moody. He's guarded by Finley. We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. That's tipped. Here's the break. And here we go. And it's Brand with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The away team delivering the blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. That's our strength anyways. And for us, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Checking out the visiting team. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this league will continue to grow.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen Money really having a great game.
And, not always the guy that you would expect to be making the big plays, but so far tonight, he has delivered.
At ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. They've got Hill, and it's Chapman in at the center. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Here's Mercer. Rebounded by Brand. Brand's got 6 rebounds here tonight. In the corner, it's James. A three-pointer off the mark. James has gone 2 for 7 from the field. On the wing, Hill. Pass to Chapman. It's back to Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And Brand wide open, he shoots. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Mercer covered by Brand. Passes it to Mercer. And that's a foul called on the Prophet. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. It's back to Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Moody.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Now the pass to James. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. The shot comes out. Gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Chapman. Hessoa. James covering. Hessoa. Rebounded by Brand. Brand's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, they got to be more active on offense and maybe a little bit more aggressive going to the rim. 0 of 4, not impressive thus far. I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
And a timeout called by Dave Yeager.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
Oakley, he's checked in for money. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. To the right side. The three-pointer is right on target.
There you go, finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
James kicks to Brand. Here's Clayton. The layup missed.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
And the foul on P. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the floor. Cage.
And so here's the home team. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Mercer. Jacks up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 5.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
King outside. At the elbow, it's Brand. Fires from 18. Hill pulls it in. Gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Let's go. Rebounded by Brand.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
Passes it to Cage. Here's baddest one. He's guarded by Hill. The pass to Clayton. King left side. Pass to Cage. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got his 6th rebound on the night. Passes it to Mercer. Off target with the open look. Getting blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's the waiter. Knocked loose. Here's Clayton. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. And the home team has possession. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Outside Landry. Inside, here's Pessoa. And it's King with the rebound. Gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
Get there, get there. I see him.
Brand in the posts. He's got 12. Outside Oakley. Shot clock at 5. Back to Brand. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Bolden. A three-pointer, no good. Being 43% from the field. King, right side. Pass to Oakley. Inside, here's Brand, and it's Brand with the jam.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Landry finds Hill. And here is Landry. Right wing. Here's Esparza. Rebounded by Brand. Brand's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Dishes it to Hill. Bolden, covered by Brand. Clock at 6. To end the cold streak. Great D that time from Brand. Getting blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Cage passes to Brand. Knocked away. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Pessoa. King with the block. There's the pass to Cage. King outside. Brand right side. Back to King. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Cage. Three-pointer on the way. A shot, no good. Gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Outside Hill. To the inside. Landry goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Ooh, excellent work getting that close to the basket. Got to be happy getting those type of shots.
And Scott Brooks wants a timeout.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and pointed in the right direction.
So both teams making some changes here. .144 left to play here in the third. Finley can't get it to go. And around 24%. Not a good showing here. Moody is guarded by Finley. Passes it to Buchanan. At the top of the key, Landry. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Moody. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
The pass to Money. Pass to Geiger. Here's Finley. Drops in the tray. Finley's got his third basket of the night right there. Gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Geiger passes to Clayton. Three-pointer. No good on the shot.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Buchanan, defended by Geiger. Here's Buchanan, and the baseline jumper, no good. Gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Money passes to Finley. Landry grabs the miss. Here's Moody. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the visiting team rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Ewing is out there with Thunder. Then it's Geiger, and it's the Dude, and it's Peterson in at the 2. Now Finley. 5 to shoot. Over Conley. Finley can't get it to go. Being a disastrous 25% from the field so far. Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
One of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
Pass to Chapman. At the elbow, Conley. Here's Sita. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. On Sunday, they'll be playing the Clippers in Los Angeles. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And you know, for that Knicks game, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
Finley, the pass to Geiger. Chapman with the rebound. Now, here's Gooden. D right on him. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Well, there's a lot of talk, too, Brent, about the age requirement for entering the draft. And Commissioner Silver has said it's a clear change that's probably on the way. What do you think the league should do?
Can you and I talk about a guy that you know quite well who in 1995 came out as the
17-year-old, I know
in
it.
the NBA draft? Kevin Garnett came into the league and handled himself extremely well. Now, for every one of those stories, we know there were other ones where guys did not make much of their NBA careers.
But then here comes the G League.
The G League, to me, is the huge key.
That's the equalizer.
A lot
isn't
of these guys have a ripcord now for some of those things that transpired over the course of the last 30 years, where they can have a softer landing point to continue to develop, to continue to mature, and have an opportunity to make something of their NBA career.
Excellent explanation. Passes it to Moody over James. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Here's Finley. Chapman with the rebound. Chapman's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Out to the right wing. Here's Esparza. Drops one in from the wing. Esparza! So it's the visitors now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to James. And the pass to Reeves. The 9-foot shot. That shot missing. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Moody, James covering, and another shot. No good on the layup. Gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's Geiger. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. You look around the NBA, amazing players, global interest, franchise values are going through the roof. Do you feel like the league is entering a golden age, if it's not already in a golden age?
I think it is, Kevin, at least offensively. What we've seen over the last 5 years with the adoption of most of the teams of the three-point shot, it's been some of the greatest offensive basketball the league has ever seen. And this idea that the evolution of the game stopped when it is at number 23 retired is kind of silly. I love where the game is at. I love where it's going. And I'm excited to be here tonight to watch this action with you.
Which number 23? We've got 2 pretty prominent number 23s in the history of this game.
I was thinking the
most
one
recent
I played
23?
against. Yeah,
oh,
that
that 23.
Guy. Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Here's James. It's tipped. Buchanan. He's guarded by Finley. Pass to Buchanan. Clock at 6. Here's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You just can't allow good looks like that from beyond the arc. That's just inviting all kinds of trouble.
Pass to Reeves. Now Finley. To the paint. And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
So both teams making some changes here. Gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Mercer passes to Wingate. Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
Passes to Mercer. Here's Moody. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. James outside. Over to the wing. Here's the waiter. James outside. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Moody, James covering. Down low, stolen by Brand. And here they come. Fader on the way. Again, James missing. Gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems
Kevin,
that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, "Gee, you got 4 A's."
Brand outside. And he banks in the layup.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And the pass to Mercer. Here is Wingate. To the middle, Bolden, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's the waiter, covered by Wingate. Here's Brand, and he uses the glass on the layup. Brand's got 20.
This is where you want the shots to come from, deep inside the paint and high percentage opportunities.
Mercer passes to Wingate. Pass to Moody. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity. Picked his pocket. Here's the waiter. King outside. Here's Clayton. Back to King. Here's the waiter. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the line. It's not going to go for him. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. To the paint. James against Wingate. Passes it to Mercer. To the middle. Bolden uses the glass to finish the layup.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
King outside. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew.